This is Lucas Oil on the Edge. You're at the Autocross full-size truck race, McLeod County Fairgrounds, and yeah, the fans are already standing on top of the trailers, the trucks, whatever they can find to get a bird's eye view here at what is no doubt going to be a mud fest. It's going to be wild. Ken Stout, Brian Olson with you, and our good friend Rob Klepper already standing down in the mud, ready to get all dirty.
Well, Ken, I spoke with AJ Forcier, track designer of this racetrack, and now with all the rain that we have had, he had got a lot of volunteers to help him bring this thing in. Racers from all over the country coming here tonight. We got hairpin turns. We got monster tabletops, a little dog leg on the front stretch. Really aggressive racetrack, and the fans here tonight are going to have some fun.
Looking forward to that. We'll have some heat race highlights for you here, and the green flag goes, baby. Stand on the throttle, and you can see right off the bat, one of our competitors did exactly that.
Man, it is muddy. You could see all the equipment that they had out there just moments ago. I counted as many as 4 of the front-end loaders trying to get this thing worked back in.
The cool part about this, you pretty much take a truck, stock suspension, come out here, make a few modifications in regards to safety, and have some fun. There it is, Adam Hartwig in first place, and he just got an awesome start.
Yeah, he left the starting line way, way ahead of everybody else. We just got off the tree, you know. Got the headers coming through the hood, got the stock bumper, kind of a stock body category, if you will. All drivers, of course, with a roll bar requirement as well as seat belts and, of course, a helmet.
And Rogers coming around here. You see the door has been chained shut there. Of course, another safety item.
Yeah. But man, how'd you like the roll bar and that thing? I mean, that thing was huge. Again, it all comes down to a handful of safety items.
Oh, we got one stuck down there. That big old Dodge is stuck right in the middle of the race course. And it is sloppy muddy out here.
In the case of this weekend, I was about to say, man, it is just muddy. If it were like a sprint car, you know, Ken, you could take the little cutting tool and you could run the grooves in the tires. There are very few things, however, you can do to accommodate for this muddy racetrack. And the other part about it is, again, it's going to be a lot tougher on the motor because you're spinning the RPMs a lot more when you're spinning these tires free.
Trying to keep all the fenders on them there. Not beating and banging too bad here in these heat races. Just saves a little something there for the big race.
Whoa!
21X there getting in a little bit of trouble. That's Ryan Rogers, and Ryan Rogers gets turned all the way around.
Adam Hartwig in that 87 tries to hold off that 00. Troy Forcier.
Ooh, he's leaning on him.
That's a good race. You can look at him, man. You can turn the tires as hard left as you can go. Troy may catch a break here.
He over-rotates, gets down in the slop up over the berm, and just like that on the last lap. How about that?
Man, that was 40 feet before the finish line, Stout. He raced number 2. We move on here with Gene Zemlicka, and a guy who definitely knows his way around this track. He's the defending champion, and he's out front by a long shot, but a little bit of death smoke coming out of the Bronco.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fine, man. Don't worry about that. That's all part of the horsepower.
Actually, I got to tell you, 1 year ago, I remember the same thing happening. It could very well be tire rub because it does come and go, but Zemlicka is making it look easy once again, even on this muddy track.
I'm just thinking when you run them loose like that, they make a little more horsepower. They're a little freer, man.
It is definitely freer. And just like always, drives that baby one-handed. And look at the big steel plate he's welded on the side of that thing. As we saw earlier, we had a chain holding one of the doors shut. But Zemlicka, obviously, look at the side of that thing. Big old plate steel welded onto both the fender, the quarter, and the door.
He's ready for a little rubbing right there, and especially if it happens on the driver's door. He wants to feel safe, or at least safer.
One thing for sure, he'll not have to worry about it coming open. That is it. As they make their way around, obviously the requirement is only for the driver's side. Here's Zemlicka. He's actually coming back on lap traffic as he'll start lapping trucks here just any moment.
Matching helmet in there. Probably $400 to paint the helmet.
You got that orange wristband on there, man. I mean, he's got it all going on, and takes a look back to see where the competition is, when the reality of it is there's more of them in front of him that he's about to go around than there is the back, but he's only got 1 lap to go.
Keep it all together, flying the colors there proudly. Yeah, he's going to have to deal with some lappers here. Last thing you want to do is get caught up with them, but what a difference in speed as these guys are just kind of cruising around here.
When we were here a year ago, Ken, you can remember this was the troubling turn right here, turn number 2. Look at it now. They put a lot of berm in it. They put some bank into that thing. And while these trucks are not going near as fast because of the rain we've had, it's made a lot better racing overall.
The 863 and the 101 going at it. There was Carly Powell and William or John Christie, but they separate a little bit. And of course, our leader drives right on by both of them, although he does go a bit wide.
He went a little bit wide, and the silver truck's giving him a run, but for all intents and purposes, I think he pretty well lapped the